That's why I love Open Table with that 120-day
That's
time
great.
period, because you have no idea that like before that might be a different chef, might be a different server.
Yep.
The team member change.
That's a pearl.
He just
right
answered
there.
our question.
That's great.
Yeah. So when I read the review and even want to go to some restaurant, I read through Open Table mostly because it's update review.
Good to know.
Yeah.
120 days. That's great.
It is.
Welcome to Let's Set Your Table, the food service and hospitality podcast that brings you the experts, trending news, and product reviews from across the industry. So grab a chair with your hosts and join us as we set your table.
Well, welcome all to yet another episode of Let's Set Your Table. I'm your host, John D. And joining me today at the table, again, we're back in the chairs, is my wonderful colleagues, Carrie O'Connor and Jen Cotta. Jen and Carrie, thanks for being with us today.
Our pleasure.
And we have a very, very special guest in-house with us, Chef Namo. Jen, I'm going to let you do the honors here since you and Chef Namo know each other a little bit. And we're going to have a good conversation. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Well, I'm very pleased that Chef was able to join us today. He's been a chef at the Franklin Room for about 11 years. And we just wanted to ask him a few questions about what's trending today, you know, what he perceives as an important idea for the culinary industry to come across to everyone that comes into the restaurant.
Great.
And I believe he is having a new opening as well, which will be Terra, and we will talk more about that later in the conversation.
Well, before we go any further, as we always do, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor.
Yes.
This episode of Let's Set Your Table is brought to you by the Hode Group Chicago Showroom. The Hode Group offers professional broker services in the food service and hospitality industry with over 40 years experience. The Hode Group's product showroom boasts over 4,000 square feet of some of the best product lines in the industry. So if you're interested in scheduling a free in-person or virtual appointment with a product specialist, please visit hodegroupshowroom.com. That's HODE groupshowroom.com.
Okay, well, we're back, and so great to have you, Chef Namo, with us today here. So thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about what it is you do every day, and again, as Jen mentioned, how do you compete in a marketplace like Chicago where there's so much competition for people that they can dine out? So tell us a little bit about what it is that makes you unique and what you do.
I think like I'm just gonna be honest with like, you know, what I'm doing every day. I go to work. What I really like about like, you know, restaurant industry is it's a part of like hospitality industry. Hospitality industry, in my mind, is mean like, you know, service mind. You need to make sure like people that walk into your establishment got to be relaxed, got to have a good food, got to be themselves. It's like what I'm doing right now is like how gonna make out my customer to be themselves in my space. So it's like what I'm focused, and like, you know, I don't try to beat anybody or like be a competitor for anyone. What I'm doing right now every single day is like fighting with myself, helping my team to make sure like, you know, we have this like beautiful, nice restaurant space. How are we gonna make this survive like until we want it to be go for good? Hopefully maybe not happen, but what we do every single day is like service need to be, you know, focus at customer, focus at what they want, but at the same time we ask them what they want. It's not just only like, you know, restaurant is like two-way communication. Customer communicate to us so for like what they want to eat at that day, what they want to drink on that night. We also have a job to like provide what they want at the same time. Try to like be compromised, and you know, we like a restaurant people is like a therapist, but with the food.
That's a great
analogy. With the food, with the drink, we want to like make people who like so stressed out during the day from work or something like that to have like a spot that like, you know, release that stress. And I'm from Thailand. I'm so Thai, and Thai people, when we stress out, what we love to do is like find a good food, snacky something, to like, build up the energy and like go back to work or go back to like, like this time of our life is kind of tough. Like, everything going around the world, social media should be something that like make us having more entertaining. But now it's like stressed out when you look at the internet because you compare yourself with everyone. All that stuff. That's why I'm like try to like I'm not gonna compare myself or even my restaurant to another restaurant. But what we do every single day is like we want people to talk about us in a good way and tell friends to come here. So that's why we're still here for like 11 years. A restaurant is not the peak business that like busy like a famous chef somewhere else own the restaurant. But one thing that I know is like everybody who come back, they're looking for their like, previous server. They're looking for the previous dish that they eat because like they enjoyed that at the moment they got there for the first time, and they like, that is our goal. We want people to come back and make that restaurant to be that safe space.
So you're inviting them to come back and to really enjoy and a place to escape.
Yeah, they need to be able to like say like, "Hey chef, how are you tonight?" I'm like, I'm not great. But they're like, "Don't worry, chef, we make you happy tonight." That is mostly my conversation with my customer because they're like, "Are you tired?" I'm like, "Can you tell from my face?" Yes. But I'm still like happy and make fun with them. Sometimes like being chef can be like a stand-up comedy sometimes.
Right.
But that's how we do.
But you treat your customers like family, which is great.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
That's awesome.
Because like we are a small restaurant, not too big, like 60 seats, but we still survive because like we really truly sincere to our customer. Yeah, we make money from them, but at the same time you get what you want from us. So it's like this is a business.
Right.
Yeah, for me.
Today, everybody works on these, or I should say, monitors these social media accounts. Mm-hmm. Do you read all your reviews? Are they important to you?
I do read the review when it makes sense, but thank God the Franken Room we have 4.9 review for the past 4 years, and it's never changed.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Most of the time, like I just said, like service is really important. The consistency of the food, like that's why like all the chefs really focus on like we focus on cooking the good food. But at the same time, somebody or some chef might forget about like training our people in the kitchen and treat them like a family, make sure they want to come to work in a good environment. That is like what is my focus on. From 4 years ago after COVID, I still have the 90% of the team is still the same person.
That's
no one.
incredible. Yeah.
Well, 11 years.
Yep.
I mean, that's outstanding. COVID went on, 4 years?
Yeah, almost 5.
Almost
right?
5, yeah.
Fast, but we're still adjusting ourselves to make sure it's like this is a new world.
And I think if your staff is happy, then that's going to ooze on to the customer service of your patrons coming into the restaurant.
Speaking of which, Carrie, I know you and I have talked a lot about customer service, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And I've been talking to you guys about wanting to do, and maybe we can delve into this just a little bit, because obviously Chef Namo is doing something to bring people back. This is a very competitive marketplace. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I love your philosophies of just being happy, right? Making it a comfort place for people to come back. That's what I look for in a restaurant for sure. I want to come back. I kind of like it when the waiter knows my name and is like, "Hey, I'll bring you a Chardonnay." I'm like, "Yes, that's perfect," And I think that provides a lot of service and elevated service, and it goes to your longevity too, being around, because this is not an easy industry at all to survive for that long.
So one of the episodes that I want to do, and I wanted to do a 3-part series on this, and we can talk a little bit about it today from what Carrie just said, and she highlighted why you're so successful, we believe, is one of the things that I have concern about, because we live in the South, we work in the South, and we go up to the North, that I think sometimes is customer service dead in America. Now, you're from a different culture.
Yeah.
I mean, you shared a little bit before we actually started the show here in the episode about your culture. But I believe different cultures know how to treat people better than others. But still, the universal language is service. And I believe sometimes you must be doing something right for bringing those people back. Mm-hmm. Because they have choices. They have lots of choices.
Yeah.
And one of the things, if my wife was here, she'd be telling us right now, we get, and we'll share this, we get tired of going to establishments, spending big money and good money, and giving terrible service.
Agreed. I mean, you do want to feel welcomed, and again, a place where you can go escape and come back to time and time again.
Yeah.
And to me, if a chef is willing to come out and greet their patrons, I mean, to me, I would be honored.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice touch that you try and get to know them.
It's a lot of things, like when you say about like, different culture, but at the same time, it's like we live in a world that we're sharing opinion. We talk about like, exchange our like opinion, what is good, what is bad. That's why like a new project that I want to do, hopefully in the next 4 months, I have a new beautiful restaurant. It's going to be, I'm not going to say it's the first real Thai restaurant in Chicago, but it's going to be the first Thai restaurant that you're going to see something that you never seen in Chicago. Because I want to bring something that like, I'm not just going to bring the food into that restaurant from Thailand. And that is my heritage. I'm grew up in Thailand until 24 before I moved here. What I want to bring is like, you might familiar with the White Lotus, the series on
Yes.
Oh,
HBO.
the White Lotus.
So the White Lotus, the third season is happening in Thailand.
Yes.
So I want to bring something like that into Chicago, like here to like, it's like Thailand is one of like the best hospitality industry in the world. I'm proudly say like that is like top 5. Like if you go to Thailand, you get what you not expect. What we always do, I learned from one guy like long time ago. He's the best HR person ever that I have been working with. And it's turned out he's my senior from my high school. Yeah, so it's like we connect really well, and he's like taught everybody about like, we have like some easy rule to work in hospital industry. It's like we call golden rule. What we need to do for customer, we need to like meet like, exceed their expectation. For example,
There it is.
easy thing, we don't allow the phone to ring more than 3 times. If you close to the phone, someone call you in, call into the kitchen, want something. For example, you work in like the big hotel or department to department. You need to communicate very well to make things like fast so customer gets satisfied. For example, if you be a host at a restaurant, please pick the phone in before it's like the 3rd ring to just show that like we ready to serve you, ready to pick up your phone to like if you want to make reservation.
A sense of urgency for them.
Yeah, like
Yes.
some easy rule to like more effective. Everybody know the same thing. Customer is not the god. Customer is our friend. What they want, we can do for them. But something that is like might be too much, you need to learn how to adapt. Situation, how to take care of like a emergency situation to make sure like people enjoy what you can provide them.
I can't do this, but I can do this. Would that
Yes,
work out
is
for you?
this
Sure.
work for you? Yeah, and there is a lot to talk about, like industry here. Why America? For me, my perspective, why America have not as good as service, provider like Thailand, because there is something called tip. That is my perspective. It's like sometimes you work on something because you're gonna get something. It's like exactly. It's like if you're not gonna get tip, for example, front of the house. Sometimes not everybody. Sometimes it's like, oh, this customer came back and last time did not tip me.
And why?
The way sometimes it's just because that is normal. Of that customer like normally not tip well.
It just is not a good tipper.
But the thing is
Right.
like, how am I gonna change my server perspective to be like, yeah, they're not gonna give you a good tip, but how you gonna change your perspective to be willing to serve them? Because a lot of people that know like, oh, I'm not gonna get anything from these people, so I don't need to treat them well. But this is your job. This is like what you need to do every single day. If you gonna adapt your self standard based on customer that you used to work with. That is just nothing right. Like that's why we need to have like a job qualification or like job description that like this is your job. Like even you're gonna meet this kind of customer, you still need to do that job. You just need to follow that that procedure.
Your drive is to satisfy the customer. Make sure that everything went smoothly. They enjoyed their meal. If you get a little tip on the side, fantastic. But if you don't, you did your job.
Yeah, and I love my server to be themselves. Don't do things that I told you to do. Like, hi, my name is. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be your server today. Is
Just
it your
be
first
yourself.
time here? Just be yourself, being
Right.
fun. If the restaurant is like casual, have fun, and customer gonna get your energy through the way you are. Not like, because people can say it, like when you go to a restaurant, you can tell like this guy programmed to do this, and you're not into that.
You don't want a robot.
Yeah, we go out,
Yeah.
eat outside at the restaurant because we want to interact with human. I love human. That's why I really focus on human resource by myself too. Like, I'm a chef, but I love to work with how to make people feel comfortable, how to make people feels like this is a place that they want to come to work all the time.
And obviously it's working because you have a lot of staff that are staying with you.
Yeah, and our staff is happy what they're doing right now. I cannot tell 100% or not. Maybe the money. Maybe I'm a groovy chef that they can be friends with. But I just want them
That's
to
a good thing,
Yeah.
Yep.
So
because not everybody can say that today.
Right.
In-
and they'll
in-
respect you as well.
That's
So
right.
that's
In the
good.
employment world, whether you're a server or wherever you serve in food service and hospitality, that speaks volumes to you.
yeah, everybody important. Dishwasher, food runner.
Yep.
Like, we cannot look down to any single position in the restaurant. It's like they be here to support us. Like, I'm always like think about like the team is like, it's like when you went to, for example, if you want to do one project, every team need to have a leader, need to have a front line, need to have a support team, need to have like dishwasher and food runner is like our doctor. They support us when we like line cook is like fighting at the front line, like hot, burn ourselves. But at one point it's like we already burn ourselves. My hand is like get ripped from the heat. Like, we're not gonna dishwashing. So the doctor behind the scene heal a lot by like help us do all this stuff. So it's like need to have like, it's sometimes it's funny that like I'm thinking about something like when I'm playing game. Like my team is like the game. Someone support me. Someone like in the front line like fighting with something, and it's all every person is important.
And that's a great
Love that.
perspective. And I love that the main things you said, you're a team. And that's so true.
And in most operations, the dishwasher is not regarded at all. They're like the lowest man or woman on the totem pole, right?
Yeah.
I know. I started out, my first job was a dishwasher, and I was not treated very nicely, 100 years ago. But just to hear you say that
you value them. Yes.
That's a foundational need in your kitchen. You
Yeah.
have to have somebody that's going to clean.
I was told many, many years ago by a famous female chef. She said, you talk to the dishwasher first, and whatever he needs, give it to him. It doesn't, because if he doesn't function, the rest of the restaurant
That's
doesn't
correct.
function
Yeah.
either,
Yeah.
If you don't have, on the line cook, if you don't have a dish to put your meal in,
Yeah.
what are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
I love your perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, I love your perspective. And that speaks volumes to why you still have the team and the people. And a 4.9 rating?
Yeah, right now, yes.
Is that TripAdvisor, Facebook, Instagram? What is that?
When you talk about review,
Google
go back to
rating,
that one.
yeah.
I'm always going with like, we have like open table.
Open Table.
One
That's
thing
right.
that I do like about open table, or I want every single review or searching website to do the same, is like they do the review, they calculate every single, only like a period of 120 days. I think that it makes sense. Another review is like calculate all the review based on like the whole, like from the beginning until right now. It's like, for example, Frankenroom, if you go to another searching engine and searching, sometimes like the score is not that, that high, like 4.9, because the review is calculated through 11 years. And the
Sure.
thing is,
Yeah, that makes sense.
sometimes you cannot judge. You go read that review is not accurate. That's why a lot of customers go to restaurant is like sometimes like disappointed because
That's me. I mean, I'm like, how did they have a 4.7? Because the level of service I just got was barely a 3.
Yep.
yeah, because like the thing is like, that's why I love open table with that 120 day
That's
time
great.
period, because you have no idea that like before that might be a different chef, might be a different server.
Yep.
The team member change.
That's a pearl.
He just
right
answered
there.
our question.
That's great.
Yeah. So when I read the review and even when I go to some restaurant, I read through Open Table mostly because it's update review.
Good to know.
Yeah.
120 days. That's great.
That is. Makes a
Yeah,
lot of
but we
sense.
keep that rotating 120 days still 4.9. That's why I'm like,
That's
sometimes we have a
outstanding.
bad review, but bad review is might be come from someone that have a bad day and didn't get what they want at the restaurant. So it's like I'm not taking review that serious. And also the Open Table, you allow people to review only like someone that make the reservation. So pretty much if you see that review, the bad one, you can contact them or you can like ask your servers like, who take care of this table, but it's already shown on the system too. So it's like, we can ask our servers like, so what's wrong that night? So they have an answer for me that like, oh chef, we do everything correctly. It's just one person at the table not happy about something and already mad when they walk into the restaurant or something like that. So if I know the story about that means I don't need to worry about that review so much. So let's just do our best, keep forward to make more 5-star to, it's like push that review down and, like make the average up and
Move
better.
on. Yes. That's great.
So, but if we really do something wrong, we need to sit down, like how we gonna improve that.
I wish there was more of that conversation because, the dollar is universal, right, in the United States. So you're going to still pay that same price. And all you can do is go off of those reviews. Now, that tip you gave us on Open Table, I thought was huge. So I'm going to focus more on that. But that level of service is where people drop the ball. And I don't think they're having those follow-up meetings because I think some places, even though they may have a decent review, I think they're struggling. Because what do our operators teach us? Their hardest... Chef, what's keeping you up at night? It's the labor issues. They can't get consistent people. And Chef, you have shared with us how important having those meetings and working with your people are as you consider yourself more of an HR person than you are a chef. And that's important because that continuity is how that deliverable gets to that person the same way all the time.
Agreed. Yes. Very impressive.
So what's your menu? I've never been there. So what is your main menu or fare? Is it Thai or
No,
American cuisine? What is it?
The Thai restaurant I'm gonna have, that is the first Thai restaurant that I gonna work at. I'm Thai, but I never do a Thai restaurant.
Okay, right.
So it's really challenging. The setup of the kitchen, everything is different because I have been working as a chef in Western cuisine for like my entire career.
Okay, so it is Western cuisine.
Life.
Okay.
Yeah. So my culinary school, the culinary school that I graduated from, is more focused at the Western cuisine. Thai is just like a small part because like the school is in Thailand. So we just learn Thai people don't cook much because we have like a food everywhere. Cheap. If you cook by yourself, you spend more time, you spend more money, you spend more energy. So I grew up not cooking Thai food much, but I'm into cooking because of my dad.
Interesting.
Yeah, my dad loved to cook and I love to be in the kitchen with him. That's why I'm like, I love cooking. But I'm not cook much fancy because like, when you're at home, you eat comfort food. So you cook like the same dish again and again, maybe like 10 dish. Like, so pretty much I know just only that 10 dish before I go to culinary school. After that, I know more about Thai food. But in my life right now, not really doing anything about Thai food. And because like I said, Thai people not cook much is because food is accessible for everybody in Thailand. And it's cheap. For $1, you can eat like a lot of food. But now COVID make me realize that I'm good at Thai food because no one open and I'm carving Thai food. So I need to cook by myself. And I cook I cook too much. I'm a chef. I love to cook. And when I cook, like I need to make sure like, I get to know that recipe well. So I cook like a lot, like one dish I might cook 5 times. So during COVID, I drop off all the food that I have left to my friend like at their door. So like, hey,
that's nice of you to do.
pick up.
Yeah.
I want you to try.
Look what's outside,
How
right?
is it?
That's
and there's like, you need to win Thai restaurant in Chicago.
See?
And then I found one person, my partner at new Thai restaurant, and it's just like random. He's like, I want to open Thai restaurant. Do you want to do it? I'm like, no, because I'm not sure if I can do it. I never do Thai kitchen before. So at Franken Room right now is Western cuisine. Mostly focused at American fare. But one thing that stand out for this restaurant for me is if I want to eat American food, I'm only going to go to Franken Room because it's a lot of my flavor in it. Like a touch of like an Asian flavor that hidden in that food, but you cannot tell. For example, like fish sauce. Thai fish sauce, I use like gochujang from Korea. I use like pon soup from Japan. My passion of cooking is that I love to cook every single cuisine and learn, because I cannot travel much. I'm a chef. I cannot like go to Europe for 2 weeks. Cannot go to Japan for 2 weeks. So I travel through cooking.
So by cooking that food, it's like you're visiting that country.
Yes, because like if I want to cook, for example,
Right.
sushi, I want to cook a real one. So when I want to cook one dish from another country, I do YouTube for like 10 days.
Good old YouTube.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Yeah. Searching like
You
almost.
can find anything on YouTube.
Yeah. Searching 100 recipes.
Yeah.
And you like, it's like you travel there because you see like, oh, what is this ingredient? I have no idea what it is. So you search Google, what is it ingredient? And you have fun, go to the market and try to find that ingredient to do the, like the authentic Japanese food, for example.
Yeah.
And when I search YouTube, mostly I'm not looking for the recipe YouTube. I'm looking for travel YouTube. It's like,
Okay.
I want to see the actual dish, how it look like. And when, YouTuber right now take a video of like the guy cooking that dish. So that's how I learned how to cook that dish.
It's amazing. Then you put your little twist on it.
Yeah.
The first 2 times it might be like 100% like them.
Yep.
I don't want to tweet anything because like I want to learn the real taste first.
Great.
Culture is something that really, really sensitive. So when I cook somebody else culture food, I really respect them. I don't want to miss. Right now I can do whatever. I'm not a famous chef yet. But once you be a famous chef in the future, I don't know, might happen or not, you need to think more. You cannot just do another culture food and tweet it and make people that not have enough knowledge about that food misunderstanding somebody else's culture. So I'm really concerned about respectful. Like that culture built up for the past maybe 1,000 years. Just one person that's famous online right now, TikToker, do something like, oh, this dish is like, I do like a, authentic Thai food, but I'm Thai, I'm like, what is that? But you have 40 million followers, that 40 people.
Yeah.
For example, if that person have
Yeah.
40 million followers, that 40 million people misunderstanding my culture right away. If that TikToker not
Representing it
represent
properly.
or tell the story enough. So it's like now is a little bit tricky to deal with when you want to content something, that is a lot going on in this world right now, which is
there's a lot of misrepresentation.
yes.
And I think with the culinary mecca like Chicagoland, if you can open that Thai restaurant, I think that's better than doing it to some other part of the country that may not have the foodie draw that we have here.
Yeah.
And I think that would give you the best, especially with your reputation coming out of the Franklin Room and treating your people right and putting customer service first, which I think is so important. I think you've got a recipe for success.
Exactly.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
My goal for this Thai restaurant is Thai 101. That is my
101, yeah.
focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, 101, introduce everything to Chicagoan people. And
It's awesome.
Thai 101 is mean this is a real Thai. You need to learn from this. My first year is 101. My second year might be 202.
Sure.
Upgrade the step up a little bit. Do something that I really want to eat every single day.
Sure.
Also, I want to bring the whole Thai culture into that space. Like the way we're serving is going to be the way we do it in Thailand. The way we're greeting people, that is the way I do it in a 5-star hotel in Thailand, 5-star, high-end restaurant in Thailand. I want that space to be, if you step in there, I want you to have a memory back. If you went to Thailand before, you think about the place that you went to, because that is going to be Thai vibe. At the same time, like I said, I really respect the culture. I'm in America right now. the big part of the culture at that restaurant going to be American, but we insert Thai culture into that. So that is my goal right now, Thai 101.
Well, that's
Excellent.
That's excellent.
Love
And
it.
We'd love to help you do that. I'm glad that we heard it here first,
Yes.
here at the Let's Set Your Table podcast.
And
But
hopefully we can all come into the restaurant and we
Yeah.
can do another
Yeah.
set your
Please.
table
well,
while
I'm
you're
Yeah,
serving.
we'll see.
after your whole, the philosophy on how you run your restaurant right now and you're running your kitchen, I am very curious to come by and see that in action.
Yeah,
So
me too.
for
Agreed.
those listening, check out the Franklin Room in downtown Chicago. Where is it?
It's 675 North Franklin. Is by L Train, Brown Line, Chicago.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. It's like, business still business. Competition, like, how to survive is still, everybody's still suffering with that because like new restaurant open all the time. Franken Room, we have like slow season. We have like high season. We still normal. We not like that, like, business that like, we doing great all the time. But still why we here this far is because like we still really sincerely to customer and like do our best every single day to make sure we we get into our standard that we set
Right.
for our customer.
You've built a great foundation, which has kept it going.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
kept it strong. So
11
that's great.
years in this industry is a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to be successful.
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
we didn't think it's gonna be this long, but
You're doing something right.
Right.
So back to my question, is customer service dead in America? Obviously not.
Not
Here.
at the Franklin Room.
Not at the Franklin Room.
we still can do this together. It's like I do believe at like time change, you need to adapt yourself through the time. You cannot use like, for example, right now, all the old fashioned system that we have here is might be the time to like, fix it, change it. Now it's like when we talk about equality, right now everybody talk about that. Like equality, we are human, you are women, you have to have like all the same level with the guy. I do believe that everybody in the same quality. We just like, I'm good at cooking. One thing that I know is like we good at something different. So
Yes,
you
each
cannot
of us-
judge.
Yes,
Each of us
right.
have our own gifts and talents.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you cannot judge
Right.
people based on like you don't have this ability, you're not good as
That's
me.
right.
Right now you might be good at saving money more than me because I'm bad at saving money. It's like you have a gift.
Sure.
I'm like I don't have ability to save money. That is what I really want in my life right now. So it's like everybody different. You're good at something, I'm good at something. So like we like pretty much the same. So it's like what I'm trying to say is we need to do something different for this industry.
I can't agree with you more.
My what is that? My line cook was there, it's like work their life off. They're really, really great people, but what they deserve is supposed to be more than this. That's why what I'm trying to do, I used to be at that point. You used to be dishwasher. I start from the bottom too. Franken Room is not I started Franken Room 11 years ago as a line cook, $13 per hour.
Wow.
For the first day.
Some people don't get out of bed for that in the morning.
Right.
Yeah, and right now it's like people asking for 25 for me. I feel like it's a little too high for me, but at the same time, why we don't change the whole system to be like, why we not share the tip, or why we don't make everybody more like, if you want the equality, I pay everybody based on the title, right? The job that they do, how much the job that they need to responsible at the restaurant, that is the best. But the tip, I feel like kitchen or server or dishwasher or bartender, we are a service staff. If it's going to be a service charge, that means so every single service staff need to get that money. Right now, it's all about like we cannot find a lot of people to work in the kitchen because it's not worth working that hard to
There
make
he
that
is.
small money.
There it is.
Not everybody gonna be at my position right now. Like I said, people have a different good or not good that they're doing. Not every single line cook is good all will be able to be a chef because it requires a lot of like focus to do boring work. It's like being a chef is not as fun as when I was a line cook anymore. I used to like wake up in the morning like I want to go to work, I want to cook. I became a chef because I love to cook, dealing with all that chaotic. But now when you become a chef, you're dealing with people. You woke up to deal with like, is that person gonna come to me and it's like, chef, that person not work enough. Like, now you deal with people problem, which is not as
different
fun.
headaches.
Yeah, so it's like I just want it to be like, we doing thing and we get that thing together. We deserve everything together, not just only one part of the restaurant get all that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, my new restaurant, I want to try to like, I want to trust my instinct that like this system might work with my restaurant.
I think it's going to.
Yeah, but it requires a lot of explanation, a lot of talking. Like I said, everybody can be therapists. Like our staff be a therapist to our customer. Also, chef being HR all the time because it's a small restaurant. You don't have human resource department. So I found it's fun to be human resource by myself. Always make fun with my team. It's like, hey guy, if anybody have any problem, call the HR. This is my number, and they're like, I don't want to call you chef, but this is only one way to fix something. So call me.
We have the same thing at the Hode Group. There's no HR
We do.
either.
No.
Can never find that person.
No.
But
I
it
don't
makes
know
it
where
more
they
like
are.
Do we
a
even have
family.
one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It makes it more of a family unit.
Yeah, that
and-
is really, really important unit that every single, organization need to have human resource because I feels like we work with human. We need someone to be able to fix human that work together.
Chemistry is so important. We talk about that a lot. Sports teams win championships because of the chemistry, whether it's in a dugout or in a locker room, on the field, off the field. You've got to have that chemistry.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well, I can't thank you enough, Chef Namo.
Well, I
for
talk a lot.
Yes,
Oh, it's
No,
fantastic.
this was fantastic. And it's nice to know finally I've gotten somebody that wants to talk about customer service and making that, first and foremost in their operation.
But
So we
love the
thank you.
perspective. It was great.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Any closing thoughts, ladies, real quick?
No, I just cannot wait for Tara to open.
Yeah,
We'll see.
thanks for
Also
bringing us
have-
along on the project. We're
Also
looking
have
forward
a
to it.
speakeasy hidden in that restaurant too.
Oh,
Oh, wow, there it is.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so it's
lots
gonna
of
be
tidbits here.
two spot in one.
We're going to have to bring you back, and we'll have to talk a little bit more about that next time we're in town.
I would love to.
Great.
Sounds great.
We appreciate you being here with us today.
Thank you so much
So-
for having me.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to have to leave it right here. It was a great time with you guys today, and we encourage you to contact us. We'd love to connect with you. We'd love to build with you.
Yes.
And we'd love to really set your table. Also, please like, follow, and share the Let's Set Your Table podcast. And if you're so moved, we would be grateful that you would leave us a positive review on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube Music. So we'll see you again next time, right here at the table.
Please join us again for another episode of Let's Set Your Table. If you would like more information, samples, or would like to consult with the Hode Group, visit thehodegroup.com. That's HODE group.com.